Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing FIFA 19's demo on the GeForce GTX 1060, 3GB. I'll be doing 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip none of those sections of the video, check the timestamps down in the description. So first of all, I'll show you 1080p using the maximum settings, including 4x MSAA, and the game easily stays over 100 frames per second, no worries whatsoever. Then I switch to 1440p and once again maximum settings, 4x MSAA, and again we stay over 100 frames per second most of the time. And finally at 4K, by using ultra settings and no MSAA whatsoever, I'm able to stay over 60 frames per second the big majority of the time. I'm talking about most of the gameplay scenarios without including the cutscenes and all that kind of stuff. Those drop the frame rate significantly. Then I switch to the i5 8400. Because of the start I'm using an i3 8100, and on the i5 I'll just show you 1080p because I didn't notice a difference on 1440p and 4K between the i3 and i5. That's because at 1440p and 4K we are GPU bound. 1080p was the only resolution where I saw that the CPU was somewhat limiting the GPU sometimes, so it wasn't a huge difference anyways. But again, just to max out the GPU usage at 1080p, I'll show you the i5 very briefly so you can have an idea on what to expect. But overall you get a few extra frames due to the i5 just maxing out the GPU usage, and we're staying over 100 frames per second anyways. I don't have much to say about the options menu. You can tweak the graphics options from a launcher outside of the game, and we only have low, medium, high and ultra, only presets. I would like to at least see a texture quality option, I say that every year. Then you also have MSAA options, which is the multi-sample anti-aliasing, which is very good looking, but it's a bigger performance hit to something like FXAA or SMAA that we have on other games. The other option that we have is frame rate. You can lock it at 30, 60 or unlock the frame rate, but this won't unlock the frame rate on free kicks, cinematics, menus, all that kind of stuff. If you want to fully unlock the frame rate, just go to the NVIDIA control panel and change the VSync option to off or fast sync. Those options will allow you to have unlocked frame rates even on cinematics, but the cinematics are very demanding, so whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. And at the end of the options we can select between DirectX 11 and DirectX 12. In the previous game DirectX 12, at least for me, ran worse, but this time around DirectX 12 gives me a couple extra frames, but DirectX 12 uses less CPU, more VRAM, so there's a trade-off for using one or the other. If you have more than 2 gigs of VRAM, I recommend using just DirectX 12, and usually for the VRAM amount, even with 3 GB, you can do 4K high just fine. So in this case it's not really that problematic to run out of VRAM. The system RAM can compensate just fine, even if you have only 8 GB of system RAM. But yeah, overall the game is running fantastically well, as to be expected. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video, thanks for watching and see you next time.
He gets the power from somewhere and it's a brilliant finish.
So the game back in business. It's Borussia Dortmund with the lead here. The ball with James Rodriguez. Franck Ribéry. This is Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski. The tackle crisp and accurate. David Alaba. Here is Joshua Kimmich. Any sort of lead is important. They have the lead. What have you made of it so far?
Well, it's been a decent half for Dortmund. The coach still has some work to do at half-time though. Ball retention has to improve in that second half if they're going to try and dominate this game. Possession could be the key.
And behind it goes the concession of a corner here. They've decided to take the corner short. And a goal to level it up for Bayern.
Well, it comes in from the corner, it's a decent delivery, but he gets ahead of his marker. That's the key to this. Gets his head on it, it's in the back of the net.
Even Steven, one apiece in this match. And this is Rice. He has time to play it over. And the cross sent in by Rice. And cleared away. Thomas Müller. The ball with James Rodriguez. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Manoeuvring his way forward. We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. And green space aplenty for Dortmund to run into. Well, lacking in direction with that header. He was under duress.
Yeah, the defender just put him off a little bit.
One to look forward to, you would think. I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary box, and I'm joined for commentary by Lee Dixon. And we've got and Pulisic has it. This is the lineup for Dortmund. Roman Bürki gets the nod in goal. Mario Götze starts with Julian Weigl in central midfield. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. Well, here is the Bayern side. Manuel Neuer between the posts. Mats Hummels starts with Jerome Boateng in central defence. And leading the attack today is the lethal Robert Lewandowski. This is Robert Lewandowski. Thomas Müller might fancy this one. Terrific reflex action.
Yeah, you've just got to come out and spread yourself and hope for the best.
Well, it might still work out for them.
Well, very close to seeing the opening goal, but the goalkeeper had other thoughts.
For Dortmund, there is quite a lot of running room. Simple for the keeper. It's very difficult to take your eyes off Marco Reus when he's in form. Lee Dixon, what sort of performance do you anticipate seeing from the German?
Well, when he's on the game, he gives you everything. He gives you energy, he gives you midfield runs, and he gives you goals. He's a really, really good player.
And here's Javi Martinez. Now, what can he do here? He has time to play it over. Corner opportunity for Bayern. And a short corner it has ended up being. Julian Weigl. Diallo on the ball. Marco Reus. Well, really, in this great competition, there's been continuity since season 2003-2004. The same format. Remember, there used to be a second group stage once upon a time, Lee?
Well, it did, and simply it didn't work. I think the format now is certainly a lot better. It's a bit more exciting, a bit earlier in the competition. It seemed to drag on a bit, that second phase, didn't it?
Dortmund have been awarded the free kick by the referee. Routine catch for Manuel Neuer. Franck Ribéry. James Rodriguez. And here is Ribéry. And just a whisker away with that effort.
Well, he chose his instep. Good technique, just wide.
Well, a few years ago, there were many who wondered if Dortmund would still be around, but they certainly bounced back and, of course, got to the Champions League final in 2013. They are a fabulous football club, Lee.
Well, they are, and one word springs to mind for me, charisma. Really like this club. I think they've got everything that a neutral watching a game in the Champions League would cherish. A great ground, great atmosphere, both home and away when they turn up. And also, they've got a great kit.
And that's a deep corner. The header, but far too straight to worry the keeper.
Yeah, meat and drink for a goalkeeper of that class.
Lewandowski now. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Leon Goretzka. This is Robert Lewandowski. Ribéry waiting. An easy meet for the keeper, given that cross. Playing with purpose and control. And Thomas Müller's all on his own. The keeper really had work to do after that header came in. Marks out of 10 for the save, Lee.
I'll give him an 8. No, 7.
The referee has decided that 2 additional Let's see what unfolds here tonight. I'm Derek Ray, joined here on the commentary box by Lee Dixon. And we're ready for UEFA Champions League group stage action tonight. It is Borussia Dortmund up against Bayern Munich. Well, he's lost the ball. And introducing the Borussia Dortmund side. Fairly conventional 4-5-1 setup.
Yeah, that back four will be protected throughout the game with the 5 midfield players in front of them. Really important that they do support that lone striker when they do have the ball.
And so the starting 11 for Bayern. The highly regarded Manuel Neuer starts in goal. Jerome Boateng starts with Mats Hummels in central defence. And leading the attack today is the lethal Robert Lewandowski. Now it's with Javi Martinez. Now Ribéry has it. Is he going to punish them here? Now, what can he do here? And here's Joshua Kimmich. Delaney. It's very difficult to take your eyes off Marco Reus when he's in form. Lee Dixon, what sort of performance do you anticipate seeing from the German?
Well, when he's on the game, he gives you everything. He gives you energy, he gives you midfield runs, and he gives you goals. He's a really, really good player.
David Alaba. Well, back in season 1992-93, the old European Cup as it was became the UEFA Champions League. Back in your playing days, Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. I can just about remember that far back, Derek, to be honest with you. But players were a little bit...
Still alive. Over the touchline for a throw-in.
Well, Derek, we've just seen a remarkable save. I thought it was in, you thought it was in, everybody thought it was in.
Kimmich. Kimmich with it. Now he must favour the cross. What's he going to do here? Müller. And the referee says penalty. Well, the verdict is a penalty kick. And how important is this moment with the game level?
Well, with a chance to go into the lead from 12 yards of the goalkeeper to beat, I'd take that any day.
Ribéry has options. He's protecting it effectively. A lot of space afforded Borussia Dortmund. Excellent challenge. Well, far from the cross he had in mind. Goal kick it is. Hummels. Now it's with Javi Martinez. This is Müller. And it's forward momentum for Bayern here. What can they do from this position? James Rodriguez! It will be a Bayern corner. Stands before us here on the big European stage. One to look forward to, you would think. I'm Derek Ray, joined in the commentary box by Lee Dixon, and we've got Champions League group stage action to look forward to this evening. It is Borussia Dortmund. Nothing wrong with that idea. And introducing the Borussia Dortmund side. Fairly conventional 4-5-1 setup.
Yeah, that back four will be protected throughout the game with the 5 midfield players in front of them. Really important that they do support that lone striker when they do have the ball.
Well, here is the Bayern side. The highly rated Manuel Neuer between the posts. Mats Hummels starts with Jerome Boateng in central defence. And leading the attack today is the lethal Robert Lewandowski. Franck Ribéry. David Alaba. This is Robert Lewandowski. It's been threaded by Lewandowski. And the decision is one of offside here. And Marco Reus, usually so very creative, can be difficult to stop. Lee, in what way might he contribute here?
Well, he's strong, he's a good runner, but above all, he's intelligent. Just watch the positions he takes up on the pitch.
And he's clear as lines. It will be a Bayern corner. He's driven in the corner. Not messing around with that clearance. David Alaba. Now Ribéry has it. Delaney. Well, back in season 1992-93, the old European Cup as it was became the UEFA Champions League. Back in your playing days, Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. I can just about remember that far back, Derek, to be honest with you. But players were a little bit cautious about the new Champions League and how it was going to take shape and the format, etc. But certainly the European Cup is now a thing of the past, and the Champions League has really taken shape.
Now, what can he do here? And it's Maximilian Philipp. Well, he was just a fraction offside then.
That's all he needs to be, a fraction, and it was so close.
And given away. Well, he's got plenty of space on the flank here. No problems grabbing hold of that one. Jerome Boateng. Now Ribéry has it. This is Alaba. Franck Ribéry. Defensive mastery of the situation from Weigl. Good serve. Well, not a cross that will live long in the memory. Goal kick. It's with Mats Hummels. This is Alaba. James Rodriguez. Mario Götze. And Philipp. And foiled by Boateng. And it's played into the centre. Attending to his defensive chores. Oh, goodness, he was right on top of the situation to get the ball back for his team.